NYPD was called at a supermarket where I went to return some food, and I guess the manager of the store, not I guess, the manager of the store asked me for a receipt for food, and no one keeps receipt for food. When you buy food, you expect for it to be fresh when you get ready to eat it. And I had went down to another store and to check if I had bought it from there. And that was the wrong store. And I said, no problem. I walked down to the other C town there because there's two right in this area. And the one that I went to, the guy was willing to change it because I go to both of them. And he had no problem with it. But he called me and he said, well, this buffalo wing we don't sell. And I said, okay, then my bad. I have no problem. I pay for what I have here, and I'll take the wings. I'll take it to the other store. And so when I went to the other store, the guy said, I need a receipt. I said, what do I need a receipt for? You simply exchange it and I get another one. The food is bad. And I told him, well, here I have my EBT card. He didn't want to do it. So I've been going in that store regularly, and they already had decided that they disliked this guy, and I had no problem with that. But you weren't gonna not pay a cost for not me getting the food that I want because the food was bad. Only thing they had to do with people was to let me get me another different food, all that food in there. And what that showed me is that they really have hate for me. I walk in there, do my thing, and I'm out. But they've already had judged who they like and dislike. Had I been one of their people, they would have been easily willing to change and give me a different food. But they have hate for this guy, David Givins, me, just because of how I roll. And I roll a different way in New York City, people like nobody else. And a lot of other people don't like how I roll. Maybe I have too much confidence, but that's their damn problem. And we had a good time in NYPD and us. And I tell you, it was respectful. They kicked it with me. Um, I talked to them. I told them some things. And you see the food right there. And there's the other food on the ground right there. I think that's the bag. And people, I was agitated and pissed off because all that food in there. And these people who work in that store, they're immigrants who came to America. And so what that tells me is that they look down on blacks in New York City. I don't play that shit, people. We don't play that down there in the South. Anybody who show any type of bigotry towards me, I've put them in their place in New York City. In New York City is filled with a lot of bigots, especially in Manhattan. But me and these officers, we kicked it. We had a good time. I talked to him, baby boy back in the background, did his thing, and I made some videos with all of these people having a separate video. And they're gonna hear more from David Givins. And I had to stop the video to show them something. And it won't be on the video because, as I said, I stopped it. And I'm not gonna play the volume. I'm gonna do like the police department do. I'm gonna decide when I want to let the volume be played on the video and release it, so I control it as I lounge for life in New York City. And I have a terrorist group in this building that I live in, 319 Lennox Road, right above me. They're hating on my Girl Globe products to replace these stupid round globes everywhere in the world. And they can't do nothing about that. It's already done. The product is here. They just have to bow down to it. They wanted to evaluate me. They wanted to evaluate me. They're going to have a chance to evaluate me. And I'm going to see how they behave when I go to them. And I stopped the video there. And so I'm going to give NYPD a chance to evaluate me. as I said, there was a terrorist group right in this apartment, right above me. As I said on many times, I'm planted in this fifth floor studio, in this fifth floor one bedroom. I was supposed to be on the fourth floor in a one bedroom. But somebody had hate for me, and they've been having hate for me since I've been in the shelter system in New York City. And somebody planted me here, and planted somebody on top of me. The stump, bang, drop objects. I've recorded it many a times on my phone, and I'm gonna see what NYPD and the mayor and the governor want to do about a true terrorist in New York City, in the state of New York, in my country, America, but in my David Givins' world. Not this trash. What this shit? Oh man.